Buried him.
I mean, what did you do the next day when you had to start putting your life together?
I couldn't do it. I'd been a housewife for 32 years. I totally depended on Charlie.
Yeah, but the point is, eventually you did what you had to do. You took care of yourself. Sweetheart, you're now...
I am sick. I've had to give up my job because I was too tired to do it.
How'd you get here?
I flew.
No, to my office.
A taxi.
And from the taxi?
But how did I get from the taxi to your office?
Not a hard question.
I walked.
Right, you walked. You're not...
We can start the press conference now. Where is Rose?
Oh, she left to pick up her cadet troop.
That's adorable. She wants to share this moment with friends her own age. You must be very proud of your daughter.
My daughter?
Friends her own age.
What happened?
Oh, it was an old wives' tale. I didn't become loose for another year and a half.
Oh, I remember when I started shaving. I was 13, and I wanted to shave because I was going to a movie with Alan Steckler. You remember him, Ma?
Small head and...
On the clock, and Davis is bringing the ball up. He's taking it slow to midcourt. He could be eating up the clock. No, he's making a move. He's driving the lane. It's up. It's good.
You feeling better, Magic?
Dorothy, I know this.
It was a special occasion.
Where I come from, $250 is 5 special occasions. And a bottle of scotch. You think for all that money, they'd hang a picture on the wall.
The minimalist decor is designed to enhance conversation.
Nothing to look at? What's to talk about?
I would think I would put ourselves down here and have a little bubbly. You know what goes great with champagne? Me.
We seem to be missing a chair, Blanche.
Oh, yes, so we are. Well, let's see what I can do to fix it.
You are. That's a joke. You see, Blanche didn't mention that you were twins.
Oh, well, I never met Bob until tonight.
Blanche, I told you we were exactly alike.
Dorothy, you're going to be thanking me for years to come.
Something wrong, Sophia?
I don't believe it. My Dorothy is popular. After 60 years of bargaining with God, it's finally happened. Per our agreement, I'm off to Calcutta to work with the poor.
And presses until it's chased away by, you know what.
No, what, Rose? A highway patrolman?
Dorothy.
What?
A big belch.
You couldn't say belch. What is it, a Viking curse?
Well, it's not the nicest word in the world.
Girls, quick, I need some advice.
Wear half as much makeup and twice as much underwear. Take it as a standing recommendation.
Sophia, I need advice on these earrings. Are they dressy enough for a really nice dinner?
Oh, Blanche, don't tell me you're seeing Tom Gallagher again.
No, I'm not. I'm seeing that man I told you about. You're not moving, are you?
Oh, only for 3 months, just so we can clean up some business. Then we'll be back.
Oh, Rose, I'm so happy. Everything worked out.
Rose, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm gonna miss you. You laugh, you smile, your St. Olaf stories. Okay, I'm over it now.
Just plain little practical joke.
What kind of a person plays a joke like that? If you want to play a joke, you ring somebody's doorbell and run away. But you shorten the leg on somebody's walker so it wobbles. Or you arrange for somebody to go on a long car trip with Rose. Last night, I dreamt I ate a giant marshmallow, and when I woke up, my boyfriend was gone.
I don't get it.
It's not a joke.
Blanche, I take back everything I said about your moon theory. These men are relentless.
Election, and Blanche hates us.
No, I'm upset because they haven't rerun The Facts of Life Goes to Australia.
I wouldn't be surprised if Blanche never speaks to us again.
She'd certainly have every reason not to. We did a terrible thing not believing her. Not Lebanese, Blanche. Lesbian.
Lesbian. Lesbian. Lesbian.
And I don't trust. I can't put my finger on it.
I can. He's a lech.
No, that isn't it.
Oh, yes, it is, Rose. He made a pass at me.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, that's terrible. Dorothy, you'll be heartbroken.
Did. It's over.
It's a dirty, rotten shame we couldn't find somebody who could find it in their heart to help this absolutely adorable old couple fulfill their dream of a lifetime.
Okay. Now, take another. Come on. Come on. Now, how about one more? That wasn't so hard. How does it feel?
So many years inside.
It's 39 cents each. I bought 4 gross. Anybody in the mood to remove some plaque?
Oh, Ma, you have almost 600 toothbrushes here. People don't use that many in a lifetime, and at your age.
Please. I'm way ahead of you. I bought half pink, half blue. So after I'm gone, you...
Hey, why don't you come to the studio and we can start right after?
Perfect. Just perfect. Dorothy? To us.
More goofy pictures! Here's inhaling this Vapo rub. Dorothy, I have been waiting for Larry to ask me out ever since our eyes first met at Dell's Route 1 Chevron. And I climbed up on the hood of his LeBaron and wrote my phone number on his windshield with the heel. Ooh, what an absolutely charming woman. I wonder what this is she gave me.
I'll bet it's a love potion.
Oh, Rose, come on, honey. There's no such thing as a love potion.
Sure there is, Dorothy. My grandparents got together because of a love potion. Well, actually, it was a foot salve Gramps accidentally swallowed.
How did you know my name?
I know all your names. This house has been under surveillance.
Why are you watching our house?
It's a security measure. The president wants to stop at one house on his way to dedicate the Senior Citizen Center.
Why can't he use the Arco station like everyone else?
Are you saying Mr. President George Bush might stop here?
He wants to...
Special at the Dairy Queen only lasts till 5. Come on, I'll drive.
Oh, let's not drive. Let's skip there.
Oh, my goodness, it's 2 o'clock in the...
Questions, and you better have the right answers. Things like, who do you like better, me or Hitler? Who's got the snappiest boots, me or Hitler? Who's got the cuter girlfriend, me or Hitler? And you always had to answer Mussolini. Otherwise, they forced you to play the lightning.
Oh, no. Not unless you count the fact that when he burps, it smells like 4 burning tires.
Girls, I am just so mad. That pig tore up my nightgown last night.
Blanche, the people you dated from foreign countries, they play by different rules. Oh, wait, that's a woman. Oh, wait, that's Dorothy.
No, I meant for the auction so she won't get stuck with another loser.
Rose, that's not a bad idea. We were all going to donate money anyway. We could chip in, say, $50 and buy her the bull of the ball.
Like a bank, a department store?
Ocean Mist Retirement Hotel, Sundays noon to 1.
Ocean Mist, you know Molly Feinberg?
I don't think so. Wait a minute, you mean Molly Feinbaum?
I'm wrong. Ocean View, not Ocean Mist.
Feinstein, that's it. Gray hair, glasses.
Or is it Ocean Spray?
Whoa.
Stand back! I'm not afraid to use this.
Rose, what are you doing?
Oh, darn you! I believed you. I even apologized to you.
Rose, I forgot myself. It will never happen again.
You're damn right it won't happen again. Not to me or to
That accent, you could almost buy it.
And you must be Sophia.
Your face looks awfully familiar. Was your picture ever on a cigar box?
No, she's right. That was my father.
May we continue, Commandant?
My family once
Or to South Pacific, Rose.
Relax, Dorothy. Maybe Vito just wants a handmade pillow for Christmas. Means nothing. Who cares? Ah! Oh, sorry, I was just so excited about this lovely gift.
Hi, Ernie.
We agreed we weren't going to read any more of Rose's diary.
That was only because we couldn't pry the lock off again. Then I remembered we had these pliers in the tool drawer.
Gangway, old people coming through.
What is all this?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I get you?
No, I'm fine. But here, let me help you.
Oh, gosh, thanks. This is embarrassing. I gotta be the clumsiest guy on earth.
No.
You don't happen to know a good dry cleaner, do you?
Oh, only the best. You know Andre's on Elm?
Sure.
Well, Andre takes his clothes to this place. I'll write it down for you.
Thanks.
Very big winker.
It was more than a wink. He came up to me and he put his big masculine arms around my tiny little waist.
I don't believe you.
What?
I don't believe that he put his big masculine arms around your...
It's 4.5 years, so that makes it closer to 35%. You know what? The last thing my mother said to me was that she wanted me to keep my feet on the floor.
My mother wanted me to be a priest.
I guess it's a bad day for mothers.
He works very, very hard, and he's very, very rich.
And what else?
I don't know. That's all I've ever heard about Grandpa.
Oh, I see. Oh, I wish you'd known Grandpa, Charlie. You'd have liked him a lot.
Do you think he would have liked me?
Liked you between my perky bosoms.
And I'll never get to buy perky bosoms. But what the hell? Nothing else perks on this body.
Hey, maybe we can get the jacket for just a minute and grab the ticket out of it.
Whatever you want, Jimmy, I'm there for you.
Oh, I'm so glad this all worked out. Hey, come on in here. I'll fix us all some coffee.
Great idea, Blanche.
I think I can make it if I take it just a little bit at a time.
Yeah, sure you can.
Sophia, you know, it's been a long time since we've had a talk.
Very good reason for that. I hate talking to you.
What a great sense of humor. What would you say if I told you I have come up with a great...
Rose the Sheraton.
Dorothy?
Cousin Magda.
Such a beautiful home. Who sleeps with government officials?
That would be my friend Blanche.
Good morning.
Morning, Rose.
Wait a second. There's something different about you. Didn't you used to have a neck?
It's tension. It always goes to the same place. My shoulders tighten, my neck gets stiff, and I can't turn my head.
You mean you can't move your neck at all?
Oh, goodness, no, of course I knew that. I'm not blind. Not that there's anything wrong in that. Of course, there's nothing so good about it either. Could we just go?
Great. What restaurant are we headed to?
Oh, Harvey's at the shore. Do you know it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you'll love it. It has a gorgeous view.
You don't tell them their father's dead.
Now, look, Big Daddy didn't sound sick when I talked to him. He was just missing me. And Virginia's always accusing me of not being there when the family needs me. This is just her way of getting me to rush home. Believe me, everything's fine.
Well, just the same, Blanche, I think I better go to Atlanta with you.
Custody of his baby.
Oh, my God.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not sure. Oh, I've always dreamed of the chance to be a mother again, but it's a big responsibility.
Oh, it sure is. I'm not sure I could even raise another baby at my age, and I'm far younger than you. And prettier. Yes. Wait till my friends hear about this.
Oh, for the time being, this must be our little secret. I'm in the middle of a rather messy divorce, and if the reporters get hold of...
Say no more. I'm not naive about these things. I have a subscription to People magazine.
Well, then, until tonight.
Hi, Dorothy.
Oh, Blanche, I am so glad you came back. Listen, I have to talk to you.
Well, honey, I have to talk to you, too, and it's about the money.
That's exactly what I wanted to...
Going on, I thought you were going to loosen up. I mean, you've always been frugal, but lately it's gotten out of hand.
I don't know. I guess it all started about a month ago when I went to see my doctor.
Oh, my God, Miles, is something wrong?
Yes. He said I'm probably going to live to be 100. Rose, I'm only budgeting.
You won out. I figured you would. I overheard Blanche telling the other girls last night that you got all the brains, charm, and sex appeal, while your twin brother Rob the Slob batted a big fat 0.
Hey, Rob, I'm ready. Let's go.
You're Rob? All right, Blanche.
We'll tell you what's wrong with us if you tell us what's wrong with you.
That really won't be fair, will it, Stan? I mean, now they know what's wrong with us.
Well, Dorothy, the sooner we do this, the sooner you're rid of me.
Alice died. Lillian is still around, but she thinks she's Pinky Lee. I'm the only one who's left.
Well, then maybe it's time that you went out and tried to make new friends.
It's not that easy to make new friends.
It sure wasn't for the first Eskimo family that moved to St. Olaf. Liked was Dr. Clyde, our vet. He was wonderful. My mother wanted him to do her hysterectomy, but he wouldn't.
But he was willing to do her lobotomy.
Oh!
What, Ma? What?
Pain.
What kind of pain?
The kind that hurts.
Baby in Boca Raton. It's the only one.
And somebody told me he just bought a farm. Oh, my God, what'll I say to her?
That he died in the bed of an idiot.
Ma! You tell the truth.
Well, I can't tell her the truth. I can't tell her where he died.
Sophia, we're just a little bit nervous. This is a very important event. We want to look perfect.
Please, the man works with scissors, not a sandblaster.
Ma, this is all a mistake. We don't belong here. This is one of those Miami Beach shops for little old ladies. Come on, let's get out of here.
All right, ladies.
Died. I fell to the floor, blinded, writhing in pain. Couldn't move for 20 minutes.
Well, what do you know? It works.
Works? They thought I was on angel dust. They wanted to arrest me. I'm lying there dying.
That's exactly what she said when that shoe salesman took Polaroids of her in the back seat of his Volare. Oh, morning, Ma.
Good morning, Pussy. He'll be glad to turn this back into a bedroom.
No, please. I could not live through that again. No, just thank him for his work and say he must be very proud.
Grazie, Vincenzo. Ho un'offerta che non puoi rifiutare. Mia figlia, Dorothy.
Dorothy?
Because her mother was not in the Daughters of the Confederacy. Oh, how my heart went out to little Kathy Lee, standing there while our servants snickered at her servants. But Mama insisted I break off the friendship or I wouldn't get brand new riding boots for Christmas. So I did.
For a Blue Cross and Blue Shield, for a hip that finally healed. Remember, on prescriptions, generic is a steal. We thank you so much.
What you're doing.
I don't need a lecture.
Well, Meg, you can't be happy with the way your life is going.
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, if you ever do want to talk about it, you know, neighbor to neighbor, I'm here.
Come on, Ed.
You all walk out that door, Missy, you can forget about coming back. Lucy! Lucy!
Sweetie pie, all the day and night time, hear me sigh.
Oh, Stanley Zbornak, I don't believe that you're trying to charm me.
Is it working?
I don't think so.
Then you leave me no choice. I'll have to pull out the big gun.
You're wasting your time, Stanley. I'm from...
Being with you guys these last few weeks is the most fun I've had in years. You really made me forget my loneliness. Thanks. I can't believe it. I'm going to the Bahamas. Day-o, day-o, day-o.
Maybe it sounds strange, but without Charlie, I thought that part of my life was over. I never gave it a second thought.
Until now? Then I think you should go on the cruise. Honey, if the situation is right, you'll know it.
But I'm not sure I'm ready.
Oh, honey, I think. I mean, I'd give them both my kidneys. I'd cut them out myself.
Me too. I'd give them my heart.
I'd give to all my children, except Phil.
Why not Phil?
Because he never calls, he never writes. I only hear from him at Christmas when he sends me a cheddar cheese nativity scene.
Physical. Eddie is the greatest lover I have ever had.
Come on, Dorothy. If we're going to do this, you have to tell me the truth.
No, I am telling you the truth. Honey, there is more to Eddie than meets the... I don't know that one.
I wasn't worried. My denture slipped.
Ma, Uncle Angelo's plane lands at 4 o'clock. You have plenty of time to make a fresh batch before then.
Good, because these aren't fit for human consumption.
Top of the morning, sunshines.
Hey, Rose, try one of these. Oh, Butter, we may have to grease the doorway to get the three of you out of here.
Do we have any orange juice left?
I mean, it sounded like the heat kicking on.
Thank God, get back to your own beds.
Hey, everybody.
Well, what are you doing? Why, the wildest thing that ever passed through there was Ovaltine. But the best part of it was that hunk of a doctor who examined me. He's going to be in Florida in a few weeks.
Wherever she goes, she finds a man.
So do hookers.
And then almost got my balance. And I only dropped my baton 4 times. And when I was finished, I was unanimously voted captain of the cheerleading squad.
Blanche, how was that possible?
Underneath my regulation uniform, I was wearing little black French lace panties. Bearing the...
If Harlan could have held it just a little longer.
Boy, did you just miss a real gem.
Poor Dorothy, what are you doing up again?
I can't sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I see Uncle Sam going through my...
No, Bobby, you don't have to write that last part. That was just a come on. Look, I'm sorry to take up your time at this hour, ladies, but I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, of course. I am single. I'm free on Saturday night. And I can arch my back until my head touches my heel.
She took a leave of absence from her job so that she could take care of him. But she's not going to be able to afford that much longer. The family's discussed sending him to New York. He has a nephew who's a doctor there and can give him special care. And Ma Sandra says that...
A big bonus at work.
Ah!
And guess what I've decided to do with it?
What?
I'm gonna have my breasts enlarged.
You're not serious, Blanche.
Oh, sure I am. Breasts are back in fashion. And what God...
Your next cheesecake.
How dare she imply that I overeat? Makes me so mad. Oh, Don, we're out of Chips Ahoy. I'm gonna get out of this girdle and go...
Is. Well, I don't know why I put you through all this. Now that I think of it, I guess there were times that Charlie was a little boring. Not that I loved him any less.
That's all I ask, Rose, that you love me even when I'm boring.
Oh, I do, Miles.
Okay, it's time to take off.
And...
You don't have to build him up to me, honey. I like him fine already.
It's 5 o'clock. Where's Holly?
Out with Dorothy, I think.
Still? Oh, I'm going to owe Dorothy big for this one.
You know something, Rose? I don't think you're being...
I need to hear this.
No, what you don't need to hear is what goes on in the cockpit.
Hey, come on.
Goodbye, Oliver.
Bye, Jen. Poor kid.
I know, but we definitely did the right thing, didn't we?
Absolutely.
You really think so?
I don't know. George, would you take a look at this? This is a family discussion.
Hell, if we do have to go to a nursing home, let's all go together.
But what happens when there's only one of us left?
Don't worry, I can take care of myself.
My turn to cook dinner. What does everybody want?
Nothing for me, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Oh, now, honey, don't let this get to you. It's something you can't do anything about.
I've always believed you can fix a problem, no matter how big it is, if you just put your mind to it.
How are you going to fix this nuclear war thing? By writing a letter to President Reagan?
Well, now, that would be pretty stupid. Oh, I feel awful. Just awful. How could I have been so stupid?
No, it's okay.
I missed the family angle. He's your uncle. Niece makes uncle live in Roach Motel. Knew about that a long time ago. Nolan told me. And he said you were the one that was lousy.
Take that back.
Won't.
Will.
Won't.
No,
Will.
come on, girls. Now, let's examine our priorities. We have no food, water, or shelter. Besides, I also slept with Nolan on that fateful trip.
Confidence to do that.
I do want you to know that without you and Blanche and Rose, I never would have been ready to try.
There's something I want to tell you. It's been my great privilege to be your friend as an adult, to spend these years with you.
No, Ma. It was my... Blanche, please. How is she, Dr. Jew? Wallerstein.
Why don't you come see for yourselves?
Rose, honey. Yeah, this one's right.
And how do you tell, Dorothy?
Well, you smell the tip of it. It's an old Sicilian method my mother taught me.
Oh, Dorothy, dear. The best way to tell if a melon is ripe is southern. You thump it.
Well, actually, Roomies, I have the best method, the farm method. It works every time.
I am very upset.
Is it because you threw Michael out?
No, it's because I can't make any sense out of those commercials for obsession. Of course it's because of Michael.
You just did what you had.
I suppose I have to tell her.
Oh, yes, you do. You cannot let the police tell her. Oh, the night George died, my telephone rang and a highway patrolman said, "Pardon me, ma'am, do you have a yellow convertible and a husband named George?" I said, "Yes, of course, good grief, what's happened?" And he said, "Hold on, ma'am. Put me on hold with that music while you wait."
Banquet? Not yet. Oh, but I did learn that baked Alaska can actually be cooked locally.
Rose, I have an even bigger scoop for you. Mars bars are made right here on Earth.
Oh, girl. I don't think I can stand it much longer. My body feels like a Corvette up on blocks with its engine racing and the wheels just spinning and spinning with nowhere to go. I feel like I'm gonna explode. Dorothy, you have to help me. You have to do something.
Honey, there's nothing I can do, so get that look out of your eye and let go of my hand.
Sicilian, if you don't want to acknowledge it, that's your business.
Fine, Ma.
But I may need a ride later. I want to go to confession. They go easier on you if it's still just an impure thought.
Well, well, you got in pretty late last night.
I know.
So, tell
Oh, thank goodness. Everything's all right.
No, except for what I have to tell you.
Oh, it wasn't about the dress?
It was about Rose and Buddy. That business of giving him money has been bothering me, so I decided to do some checking of Mario.
Oh, Rose, did you make enough for 3 of us?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, good. Well, I'll save yours for when you finish rotating my tires.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Sam Burns. I'm a friend of Blanche's.
Oh, yeah, come on in.
No, don't.
Oh, hi, Ma.
Well, hello there.
You guys ready for bed already?
Yeah, I guess we are.
We're very tired.
Yeah, we took care of a lot of odds and ends around the house today. What did you do, Ma?
What did I do today? What I do every day.
Well, then, so what is it, Stanley?
I'll show you. It's time. Let me turn it up.
Hi, it's me, Stan Zbornak, and you may be wondering why I'm dressed like a potato.
That's what's different.
It's because I've invented the Zaborni, America's first baked potato opener. Now you can open it.
Oh. No. And your name was?
Jason Stillman. Did you happen to see Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
Well, I was in the party scene. Audrey Hepburn spilled a drink on me, but they cut it out.
Oh, I'm being dramatic, you moron. I mean, I spit at the name Dorothy. I have no daughter. I have no spit.
Honey, can't you go to the eye doctor tomorrow?
Please, I can hardly see.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that I get such a kick out of your slogan.
That's his slogan. Look, everyone, Mr. Terrific.
22 years next fall. You must be Sophia.
And I'm Blanche Devereaux. It's such a pleasure to finally meet you.
Oh, you watch the show?
Why? How are
I'm very proud to win this award. Who would have guessed an old lady with a tin can could raise so much dough?
So you see, it's not. Oh my God! I've just spilled my guts to someone who drinks out of a toilet. Listen, I'm sorry. You are out of here. One Wawa in my life was enough. Look, I have had it with that disgusting dog. I have.
Can't go out tonight. Look at me.
Dorothy, you've looked much worse than this. Remember that time you gave yourself a whole perm, burnt your hair right down to the roots, and ended up looking like buckwheat?
I meant, Blanche, that I am sick. I can barely stand.
Oh, honey, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, we're just so glad to have you back.
It's so good to be back. I couldn't have done it without you. Where's Sophia?
She's in the kitchen, sweetheart. She has a little surprise for you.
Oh,
Cat, there are no accidents. Nobody wrongs someone without meaning it.
Come on, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry.
I was going to take this dress back.
I am sorry,
You were
Blanche.
sorry.
Oh, come on, it was an accident.
Or was it? I count my blessings every day because I have the kind of friends who stand by you through the bad and the good. When you're lucky enough to find that kind of friendship, I guess you just want to pass it on.
Still can.
And you're going to be all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Good night.
Get
Good night.
yourself a good night's sleep.
Good night.
Oh, Blanche, just out of curiosity, were they in the dream?
It's gonna be nothing but heartaches. Those swabbies drift into port, park their ditties on your doorstep, show you some tricks they learned in the Orient, and then it's of ask me hearties, and they shove off with a serpent tattoo in your heart as souvenirs.
You've been reading Treasure Island again, right?
I know this.
Rose, I can't risk leaving, at least not tonight. I need to stay here, if you'll let me.
Come on, Plankmaker, I'll fix up a room for you.
Oh, thank you.
I just want to go on record as saying that I am against this. That Cheeseman character could be following Miles, and there's no telling what he would do to me for information.
Blanche,
Lowest you're going to see.
are you kidding? This is the highest I have seen. Look.
$3,000?
Hey, ladies, hire whoever you like, but I'm an expert. I can take a toilet apart blindfolded.
Now, there's a dying art. What's your point?
The point is, a lot of things can go wrong. Wood rot, loose plaster, cracked pipe.
The chambermaid. He always had the sign on the door, maid service requested. He slept with everyone. Secretaries, school teachers, babysitters, neighbors, friends. One Easter, we gave our little boy some rabbits. They used to look at Al in amazement.
I would like to introduce you to that extraordinary 9-year-old girl right now, Rose Nyland.
I'm Rose Nyland.
Oh, boy.
I'm the one who wrote the letter.
Oh, boy.
Listen, check with me later about the weekend. I just want to be sure I'm ready and that it's right.
I'll give you a ring.
I can't accept jewelry.
I mean, I'll call you soon. I'll call you Rose soon.
Ask you something. How about you and I go out sometime, huh? Dorothy, I really want to see you again.
I really want to see you again, too.
Great.
But I can't.
Why not?
Because I could get serious about you.
Well, I don't get it.
Al, up until the other night, I thought this whole thing was a game, but...
Rose, excuse me, we'll get back to your fascinating hospital story later.
Ted and Lucy said that we could have the baby again next month when they go away for a weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Blanche, what are you doing here? Is something wrong? I mean, we didn't expect you.
Should these be lower?
All right, this is it. Now, don't forget, you've got something he wants.
Yeah. What?
Don't worry, it'll all come back to you. Take your glasses off. And you know, it's a good idea.
What do you say, everybody? Shall we forgive her?
Ma, Stanley, I'd like you to meet some of the actors from the community theater. They'll be performing.
You killed Mrs. Claxton 2 days ago. I mean, she died 2 days ago. Well, Rose knows she didn't do anything. She's just upset. Rose, go to her funeral, have a good cry. You'll feel a lot better.
There isn't going to be a funeral. Mrs. Claxton didn't have any friends or relatives to try your cupcakes.
Why is that funny?
No offense, Dorothy, but your cupcakes are dry and tasteless. Nobody ever likes your cupcakes.
My cupcakes are moist and delicious. I was the only one.
Oh, your date must have been horrified.
No, her brother was a really good sport about it.
Trudy and I played a lot of practical jokes on each other. It was all part of a happy, healthy rivalry.
Oh, I was the butt of all kinds. It wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you make it.
Yes, it's that beautiful sports car you've always dreamed of. Retail price $23,000. Now, Dorothy, Blanche, Willard, and Fred, it's time to see what you did pick. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready. We're ready. Yes, we're ready.
Because have I got something for you? A brand new...
Young man, this woman is doing you a favor. She's taking time from her own busy schedule. They don't know you have no life.
Kevin, no dice. You take it or leave it. These are my terms.
Look, Coach, you told me if I was nice to her, she'd roll over. I'm out of here. If you want to win tomorrow, it's...
I'm going to rub out Melvin's little friend, Mookie the Sailor. You wouldn't try me.
Oh, no, please, Blanche, I'll do anything you say.
Thought you'd see it my way.
Oh, Pop was...
I want you to know that Dad asked me to leave. He said he agreed with you. I don't get it. You two never agreed about anything before.
I guess we both agree that we love you.
Well, you have a funny way of showing it. Because of this, I
Always wanted to go to the Holy Land. She had just bought the ticket. Now she's dead.
Hi. What a day.
Oh, you too?
Oh. You know Roger Barton, the man who works in the cubicle next to me? He doesn't like me. Everybody's always liked me.
Not been honest with you about. Blanche Devereaux and I never had an affair. I only said that to improve my image.
Ha, 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 ha.
Now, Blanche is too good a person to be used that way. In fact, she's the one who made me realize how important honesty...
Bad. In fact, just last week, I was reading that you can buy the sperm of Nobel Prize winners. Or was it Star Search winners?
Bye. Well, sperm used to be free. It was all...
I swear, he must have slipped me something.
Apparently.
Those stories made me hungry.
They made me horny.
I tell you what, why don't we call the pizza guy?
See, we both win.
I should have known this was going to happen. You should never work with friends. You're fired.
You can't fire me. That's against the law. That's sex discrimination.
Oh, well, I'll give you one more chance. Wait a minute. How is it?
I'm so sorry for the intrusion. Frida Claxton, wasn't she the woman who owned that old house on Richmond Street?
Yes.
During World War II.
Huh?
Fine, play it cagey. When is she coming, Blanche?
Well, she says in 2 weeks. And look, she signs it love, Rebecca. I guess that means she's forgiven me.
Forgiving you for what?
Oh, it's always been too difficult to talk about. It all started when she wanted to leave school to become a fashion.
Come on, honey, now just think about it. Who would you rather live with, your sister or a goat?
Give me a minute.
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
It was a reflex reaction. No, thank you, and goodbye.
Look, we had a chance to think about what we said last night, and we're real sorry. Must have been quite a shock finding us in your bathroom, huh? Won't you please accept our apologies?
All right, apology accepted.
Great.
Now you can buy it.
Can I fix you some breakfast, honey?
No, thanks. Oh, I just feel terrible. If I'm gonna spend the night tossing and turning, at least I want to wake up smelling like aftershave.
Listen, Rose, you are not to blame. Now, you know that.
Of course I know that. She was driving the combine. I wasn't anywhere near their farm.
Come on, Rose. Oh, come on, Ma. We're leaving.
Wait, I gotta see at least one man bat. What a hit!
I got it. I got it. I got it. Ma, you all right?
Fine, fine. Only next time, Salvador, either we start lower on the bed or remove the headboard. One year during the Depression when I just got a block of coal, which I carved into a pair of high-top kids.
You can do anything you want to her, just don't hurt us.
Here, Marguerite, let me put this on for you. Oh, my. You look stunning. Doesn't she just look? Whiskey. That explains why every Sunday after services he'd stand up and yell, "I can lick any man in this church."
Oh, Pussycat. Just the person I was looking for. I have a question for you. Strictly hypothetical. Let's say
Women should always check their cars at night before they get in them.
Blanche, that's a wonderful idea. I was just going to shine it under my chin to make myself look scarier. I am really afraid. I'm going to call the police.
Well, that's a good idea, honey. Better safe than sorry.
Him too. I looked up to him. I tried to be just like him. But I couldn't. I couldn't be him then, and I can't be him now. You in love with the memory I brought back to you.
Well, I certainly am not. I am well in touch with my feelings, and I certainly know my own mind, George. Now, you just been talking not...
Was 8.
So?
It's happened to all of us, sweetheart, and we've all survived.
Never happened to me.
Oh, come on, Blanche. What, you were never rejected?
Well, once, but just once.
By who?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. There is not one shred of evidence, not one logical reason why I should not believe that this woman is my mother or that Gina is her real daughter.
Buongiorno, I'm a Gina.
Oh, we're sorry. We thought you were making a little joke to raise our spirits.
No, I want to get my head frozen, and I want you to promise me you'll help me with this.
All right. If it'll make you happy, I will see that your head gets to the cryogenics people. And
Oh, I thought I heard that doorbell. Gloria.
Oh, hi, Blanche. Hi, Rose. Oh, look at this. My 2 little girls at home again.
So, Gloria, I understand you're,
Happier than I've ever been. Can you believe it? It's like I get to completely start. Pathetic.
It's okay, Ma. I understand.
You're a good daughter, Gloria. You're both good daughters. Most people my age have children trying to get rid of them. My children are fighting over who gets to keep me. You don't know how much that means to an old lady.
honey, you...
Let's go to Emilio's.
T-minus 10 seconds,
Oh,
Dorothy.
Ma, will you give it up? You are not dying. There is not going to be a doorbell. There is not going to be a pop. There is not going to be anything.
It was the first wage I ever earned.
Ma, they paid you in rocks?
Hey, don't knock it. To this day, in some parts of Sardinia, 2 of these will get you a veal and pepper sandwich.
Then you lied to me about it's helping me to sleep.
Okay, I figured that tie caught in the stamping machine. He'd have choked to death if I hadn't cut his tie with my Girl Scout knife. Well, he was so overwhelmed with gratitude, he let me check my book out for a whole week.
What's so special about that?
Oh, usually he'd only let you check a book out for an hour. Mr. Minky always said books belong in a library.
Have you seen my mother?
She mentioned something about having a headache. I think she's in her room.
Hanging herself.
Oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, how you feeling?
Oh, much better. Say, how about going out to dinner, have some fun?
Mama, can we talk for a minute?
I'll make the reservations. Where would you like to eat?
I want you to be part of...
Special and something personal. I know. How about a personal check for $75? And on the bottom, I'm going to write, because I was a big, fat jerk.
Blanche, I don't want your check.
Dorothy, please, I am trying desperately to find some way to tell you I'm sorry.
All right. Okay, I will take the check, but I'm not going to cash it.
It's Southern.
Sleeping with your brothers is Southern. Dust, Rose, dust. We're running out of time.
Sophia, if you hated your sister, would you clean the house?
I'd put Vaseline on the tips of her walker.
This is hopeless. We're never going to feel well enough to coach that game today.
Oh, I guess we'll have to forfeit. But it's gonna break those kids' hearts.
Forfeit? You mean quit? You can't do that, Rose. No member of my family ever quits.
Sophia, I'm not a member of your family.
Pretend, Rose. I'm going...
Lunch break. And when I get back, I got 3 jobs ahead of you.
Oh, my beautiful. Just what I always dreamed about, spending the winter in Chicago. And, of course, the volcano season in Pompeii.
Look, here's $2. Will you let me your tools while you're gone?
Help yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
And those look like Blanche's red shoes.
And aren't they her diamond earrings and gold bracelet?
That little floozy stole Blanche's clothes.
It's like having Agatha Christie right here in our kitchen.
You'd be in it.
Oh, Miles.
Ma, what is that?
It's my new big screen TV.
Picking up with him.
And I can do the carpools for school because my hours are
And I can
flexible.
help him with his homework because I'm a teacher.
And then we can send him to the University of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Are you crazy, Rose? This kid is going to Harvard.
Oh, Dorothy, those Ivy League schools are so...
With mine.
What?
Rose used it.
Ma, that is just ignorant paranoia.
Hey, I'm making progress. Yesterday I was using the bathroom down at the Shell station.
You know, it's attitudes like that that add to the panic about this. Now, what is wrong with you?
Hey, one little slip and you're all over my back. It won't happen again. Relax.
I'm gonna make this up to you.
I said, just forget it, Rose.
No, I've already decided. For 1 week, I am going to be your personal Wiedenfrugen.
Can one woman do that for another?
Only if they're the same height. What the hell is a Wiedenfruger?
Father had a similar problem when he was selling real estate.
I didn't know that Grandpa ever owned any real estate.
He didn't. That was the problem. You see, it turned out he really didn't own the Vatican. Although he did have a very close friend who swore he was there the night Pop won the deed in a card game from Pope Ronnie the Mag.
What? Get out! Out! Dorothy. Oh, nice going, Dorothy. It's not going to be easy to get him to come back here for another house call.
I cannot believe that you asked this man to examine my mother.
That's one doctor whose bedside manner I have no interest in.
We definitely need a second opinion.
I wouldn't go to bed with him either, Dorothy.
Yes, God has called me and I intend to answer.
You're really serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, Dorothy, this means a lot to me. Do you think I could leave you that easily?
A minute ago, you were going to spit on me.
Do you have this much trouble with your kids? Pussycat, I realize I was wrong by not talking to you before hiring a matchmaker. But what you don't understand is where I come from, matchmaking is an age-old tradition. For centuries, people have been happy being brought together by a third party.
Ma, I understand. And I really appreciate what you're trying to do.
You talk to your mother, put that in a letter to your father, how sassy you've gotten since menopause.
You haven't mailed that letter to your father yet?
Once more, I am not going to mail it. I'm just writing this to get the anger out of my system. You know, I know Pop loved me.
Self-portrait, so interesting.
You're here.
Yes.
Gee, out of 3 noses, why did you keep the biggest?
All the galleries make the same mistake. They've hung it upside down.
Oh, then those aren't noses.
You know, the teacher I've been working with on the youth fair.
She's known him for 2 whole weeks, and he hasn't asked her out yet.
Look, I don't know him. We have spent exactly 2 Saturday mornings building display booths and painting signs. We're hardly close.
Maybe you could be if you'd ask him out. He's obviously too shy to ask you.
Maybe just...
In Queens, it's called shotgun.
Well, maybe that's why he left, because you forced him into it.
Rose, he left me 38 years later for a stewardess that he met on a business trip to Hawaii. It was her first flight. They said on arrival, give the passengers a lay. She got thrown out on the street.
I said I was sorry.
Oh, I feel just terrible. My eyes are all puffy, my nose is red, my glands are swollen. Isn't it amazing how I can feel so bad and still look so good?
Finny Batak.
Rose Nyland, you are St. Olaf's Woman of the Year. Oofda!
Listen, what happened?
Nothing, Ma. Don't worry, I'm just fine.
Yeah, it's nothing serious, Sophia. Probably just a pulled muscle.
It happened in class when she tried to do a 6-count Cincinnati riff with a double pullback. It goes something like this.
Cool. I thought you always milked a cow sitting on a stool.
No, Alice had to sit on a stool. You see, she was involved in this nasty plowing accident. It was during spring planning, and Daddy had hitched her up to the
Tell is going to change my mind.
Not even the one we could tell your father about how his car got dented while you were doing wheelies and not while it was sitting in the parking lot?
You wouldn't do that, would you?
Hey, she's your grandmother. Has she ever lied to you?
Oh, volunteering to organize this variety show is the worst idea we have ever had. We've hardly sold any tickets. We can't find an MC, and every act that we have auditioned is awful.
Dorothy, I've got some good news. I've had a change of heart. I'll let the triplets be in your show for free.
What, Sophia, that's what...
Oh, Sophia.
Oh, hi. Come on in. Sit down.
We're sorry to barge in like this. We were wondering if Mr. Fix-It was here.
Chuck is here.
Oh, darn. Do you think you could change into Mr. Fix-It?
It's a mental illness, Rose, not a masquerade party.
In Sicily, we had a guy with a multiple personality. Only...
So I was hoping you could help me get comfortable on camera so I'll be ready when he gives me my assignment.
You know, Rose, that's not a bad idea. This'll be the camera. And let me see you interview Dorothy.
Oh. We had a pig once. All the male pigs loved her. Oh, she was very beautiful. And she got pregnant, and we never knew who the father was.
Oh, my God, Rose, what did you do on Father's Day?
Here we go. Week of the 7th. Let's see.
Who was it?
Blanche?
Huh?
So I hope you won't be upset if I'm not home for dinner tonight. Or tomorrow night.
Oh, Lucy!
Oh, please, Aunt Blanche. He wants me to fly to the Bahamas with him.
The Bahamas? Well, I suppose you do have to celebrate. Doing so well this afternoon and everything, so what the heck, go on.
Oh, thank you. I knew you'd understand. I'll see y'all later.
Not that prettier has anything to do with it, but I just am.
You know, Rose, I have a confession to make. I have always dreamed of the chance to raise another baby.
Well, Dorothy, if you're lucky, maybe someday one of your uncles...
A jerk.
Thanks, Ma. Thanks. That really makes me feel a lot better.
Don't get smart with your mother. Listen, Dorothy, I love you dearly, but you're not the first woman to be dumped by her husband.
Oh, Ma, it's not what he did. I mean, I've learned to live with that. It's the way he did it. The least he could have done was...
Well, that's good. Safety first.
to make matters worse, the sex was incredible.
You know what, ladies? What do you say we take a rain check on the poetry reading?
I'd say no dice. Doesn't rain check mean we'd have to come back?
When she kills you like that, it means she likes you.
Well, I do have a few papers to grade, and I could use the time. Come here.
Both crazy about Marco, the goat boy. In appearance, an Adonis. In behavior, horny as a toad. Little did I know he had a thing for hairy fat girls. If I were fatter and hairier, Dorothy, Marco the goat...
Down the wall and make mad, passionate love on the carpet.
Blanche, what the hell are you talking about?
You stole the closing banquet of the only art show I've ever put together in my entire life.
I did not steal your banquet. Mr. Allen assigned it to me.
And why? Why should he give...
Hearten and cool them down.
Kathy, I swear sometimes you can read my mind.
I think we should stick to babysitting.
I agree.
All right, as long as it's only for one day.
Oh, this is going to be great. I love charities. In fact, I helped establish the Henry Fjord Foundation.
The Fjord?
Why didn't she stop the dress thing?
He's been doing that all his life. That didn't start with me.
Oh, so it's my fault.
Are you worried that people will think it's your fault, Sophia?
Oh, it's not like having a war hero in the family.
Angela, was he a good husband?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not available. Unless, of course, you like jazz.
Well, I've got Dizzy Gillespie back at my place.
Does he like jazz?
Why don't we find out?
Okie dokie, Daddy-o.
I could throw a lasso around it and give it to you. That's how much I love you. And then I said, darling...
Ma, stop. Stop. Ma, listen, I have to talk to you.
Who's in charge here?
Well, what's the problem?
I'm the caterer. It's 2 o'clock. The guests are waiting. Why is...
Anybody want a cracker?
Never mind.
Good evening. Well, I guess you know why I'm here.
Sure. Nobody can leave after just one helping of Flugelkaka.
No, ma'am. Don't even kid about that.
I don't think we have that many women's shoe stores in my whole country.
Oh, my Lord, look who just walked in.
Who?
Floyd. And look at that young thing with him. Why, she's half his age.
She's half your age.